Monday, this time with The Breakfast Club.
Don't you forget about me.
The Breakfast Club, written and directed by John Hughs. Now, if you're not familiar with John Hughs' work, he is pretty much a movie legend. He did some of my favorites, like he wrote National Lampoon, Flubber. I like Flubber. 101 Dalmatians. I mean, he's had his hits, he's had his misses, but at any rate, he's a legend. So.
He's known for the king of the 80s of up and coming age movies.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, can't forget that one.
Yeah,
anyway,
16 Candles.
Right. So what do you think?
Let's go into what we like. I like this movie because I love the way he shot the movie. Just the way, the emotion that comes out of these actors and these characters, I really love. And for me, I'm pretty biased. I was a jock in high school, so I relate more towards the jock, which was played by
Emilio Estevez.
There you go. I'm not giving names. So, but and what it is about these 4 kids who come, or 5, who comes together for a Saturday detention, and they've seen each other at school, but they never talk to each other, and somehow now they're going to be in the same room for what, 8 hours, I think, right?
Something like that. Saturday detention.
So I like the fact that it's in one area, and this movie is the character development or character-driven movie. It's all about their background, their family, their struggles, and it's all. And the dialogue is heavy dialogue. There's not a lot of, CGI, not a lot of those.
There's no need for effects. It's more of a listen and feel movie. And like you said, I like the way it's shot too, because I just learned this, but it was shot in sequence. Oh. So the first scene that you see was the first day of shooting. The second scene you see was chronological. Yeah. So with that, I feel like the characters themselves developed in real life, in real time, as they did in them. This movie plays into a lot of themes, like teenagers not being able to fit in with school, or not being able to relate to adults, or adults not understanding them. These 5 cliques come together and get to know each other so they can get to know themselves better.
And they have more in common things in life than they thought they do. There's a lot of more like the pressure from the parents type of thing. One character is Bender, is the one that come from a broken home who gets beat by his parents. Now the other has a problem with their parents, but it's different scenario, different situation. But they all feel like that they're weighed down by the pressure of being somebody that they don't want to be. And I can relate, not relate, but I like that part. I like that part of the movie, is that you can sense that these guys are thinking for themselves and wanting their lives, to live their lives for themselves. And so. Mm-hmm.
And they all seem to come together through Mr. Vernon, the teacher, whoever he is, that's keeping them there.
Grab the horn. You get the horn.
So I feel like that phrase, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah. And so that's what kind of brought them together. He was the driving force behind everyone being friends. They all had one thing in common, and that was to hate Mr. Vernon.
Movies aren't perfect. This movie wasn't.
Start with the things that we didn't like. So Tom, you go for it.
There's a couple things I didn't like. In fact, I watched this movie at midnight last night with my wife, and she and I had a little debate because she loves movies as well, and she sees it in a different way than I do. And first thing I don't like, I never liked the 80s movies acting. I feel like they overact to a certain extent, and you get that with any movie. One of my favorite movies is Back to the Future. That's my #1 movie of all time. And there's some stuff in there that they overact. And so the 80s movies to me, it's just too much overacting. Secondly, I didn't like that weird girl. I forgot her name in the movie. I forgot her name, but
we'll call her the basket case.
The basket case. That's what they call it. She is over the top with her acting. She's too weird for me. To a point where, like, it's ridiculous the way she's acting. I've never met anybody who act like that in my life, and I've been to high school. It's just too much weirdness when it comes to it. She's just overacting. I didn't like that part. The other thing I didn't like, this is what the main problem I have with the movie. They've been in there for 8 hours, and all of a sudden now they're best friends. Like, I mean, realistically, I don't know if that would really happen. I don't know. I've never been in that situation, so to me, that's not believable. And so that kind of takes me out a little bit. But I get the point of the movie is that that's why they're there. They're gonna become friends. And so, one last thing. The scene from the movie, or from the scene when they're sitting together and telling each other the background story and why they, and all this. I didn't believe the nerd, the smart guy. I didn't believe his acting. I just couldn't. I feel like it was flat. And that took me out of the movie for a little bit, kind of like, okay, get going. I'm done with his trials, as you can call it. All the things that happened that I didn't like.
So I was thinking about it. I was thinking about things that I didn't like, and I couldn't really think of anything specific. The only thing that kind of depressed me is at the end, they make a point to say, when we get out of this room, are we still going to be friends? And that kind of brought it home to me. I was like, that kind of sucks. That's depressing. Because you obviously see these characters develop together, and it's kind of depressing to know that maybe they won't be friends. What's your score on this?
Well, for me, I give it an 8.5. Now, people, when you watch this, you're probably going to think, oh, he hates the movie because of all this is. I love the movie. Maybe love's a little too strong. I like the movie a lot. I do. I enjoyed it. I love the fact that it's heavy dialogue. It's about these kids coming together, trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives and not live the life that their parents want. The movie's great. I recommend this movie. I think it's a good movie. You should watch it. What's your score, Paul?
I give it a 9.5.
9.5.
Not quite Paul certified, but
pretty close.
Good.
Pretty close.
So let us know what you thought. Comment below. Subscribe. Like this video. Share it. Do whatever. What 80s movie should we do next?
Yeah. Let us know.
And we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Oh, when you walk